Woo! I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of all of these action-packed first-person shooters that I keep on spending all of my money on. See, I'm a pretty lousy gamer. I mean, my daily workout is my thumbs. But it's beautiful out there. Maybe I should put down the joypad and enjoy the game of life. Mother Nature must have something fun for me to do out there.
There you go.
Oh. Thanks, Mother Nature.
You're welcome.
Rayman Origins is a prequel to the original Rayman franchise, and as I remember playing it on my good old PlayStation, it's a side-scrolling platformer. So the game starts off and we're just lounging around on a tree, eating some...
I don't know.
Until some old lady gets sick of hitting the roof with a broomstick to tell the neighbours to keep the noise down. She ends up throwing what I can only assume is her dead husband's skull to give them a piece of her mind. Wow, that's morbid. Now the opening isn't brilliant storytelling because I have no idea what the hell is going on. All I know is I'm locked in a cage, and then big bearded guy, and it looks like Yosemite Sam. You can also see Skeletor out the back. So you got Rayman, this frog guy, and these little guys who look like Sackboy's cousins who are also his brother and sister. With the band together and no real direction, we head out to visit the wonderful world that is the Glade of Dreams. Okay, so you kind of get told little bits here and there. You know that you need to collect false teeth for Skeletor, and you need to get some pink things called Electoons to help Yosemite Sam, but I really got no idea what's going on. But you don't need to know. Level 1, it's a jungle out there. Wait a second, isn't that a Randy Newman song? It's a jungle out there. Wouldn't that be a perfect game if just every level was based on Randy Newman songs? I mean, really, someone's got to make that. So anyway, you go into your first level and I can tell you now that my mind is blown. The gameplay is amazing. You can go through the game at the pace of your choosing, running as fast as Sonic or just taking it slow and bopping on people's heads like Mario. You can now take your time to chill out and explore the vast landscapes there are, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself right now. So here we are on the first mission in the game, and we're greeted by this damsel in distress trapped inside a cage shadow creature's face. What? So you've got to give chase in order to save the damsel, which is a brilliant testament to the style of the game. You can go nice and slow, taking it easy, collecting all of the coins and everything, or you can go flat out and only collect whatever crosses your path. That is up until you meet the...
Oh. Hello there.
So these are your nymphs. More like nympho. Have you seen the memories on that? I mean, what? Isn't this game supposed to be for kids?
Yeah. 7 on the box. Well, at least it's a game you can share with the whole family.
After freeing Tits McGee there, you basically set out on a quest to save her sisters and, coincidentally, the whole world, jumping from level to level to unlock different areas in the game. Each area in the game is filled with extremely individual levels posing separate challenges along the way, introducing new game mechanics such as wall runs, wall jumping, different enemies and obstacles to overcome. This introduction of mechanics comes just at the right speed, and the game slowly teases you...
Whoa, not that kind of tease. Come on lady, I'm not that kind of gal.
Anyway, the game teases you with new ways to play, and it amps up the difficulty slightly with each level, introducing new mechanics as it does. So apart from the forest jungle level at the beginning, Rayman goes off to explore different worlds, such as the desert, which is a musical based realm with instruments introducing wind mechanics and hovering, to the tundra icebergy sort of place based around food like lime wedges for bouncing on, and the slipping and sliding mechanics, and a shrinking and growing power. Actually, now that I think of it, the ice levels on Rayman are possibly some of the greatest ice worlds I've seen in a long time. Usually, the slipping and sliding on the ice in games lessens the gamer's experience, as if the main character's catatonic after one too many shots of tequila.
No, me no, sir. Me no, me,
But in Rayman Origins, it adds to the experience, having everything feel more like a roller coaster, flying manically out of control, and only your input can stop it taking a plunge into the freezing cold waters, which I did a lot. These levels are complemented with a complete polar opposite as you go inside of caves, and then you find yourself completely enveloped in a room full of boiling water, fire-breathing little dragon creatures, and hot chilies. And, oh, fire. Lots and lots and lots of fire. The other main level I can only really describe as being Port Royale from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, short of a silly hat and beard and surprisingly camp actions. Oh, well, maybe not. In each of these areas, you earn different powers such as punching, flying, swimming and wall running from the dirty little nymphos that you free from the cages. After this, you go to the only other place on the map, which is up the top of a mountain, where you realise that the nymphos are actually trying to open up a gateway for you. But the game doesn't end there. Unfortunately, you have to go back to each level and save the kings from the shadows.
Oh, it gives you more levels. Good. Because I wasn't going to go back and do the same levels again, but backwards. Was I?
After doing these missions and fighting the bosses that aren't really hard, they're just more ridiculously annoying.
What's he doing? This guy isn't even trying. He just comes charging in like...
I mean, you have to play through them half a dozen times in order to work out where they're going to be and at what point their weak spots show up.
What? What's that? Is that some kind of pimple? Is it a tumor?
But after doing this and returning to the top of the mountain, the game takes you to a robotic world. And let me tell you, the game kinda stops being fun from here on in. Instead, it decides to give a massive middle finger to the gamer and starts making levels with a ridiculous leap in difficulty. These later levels are less based on skill and fun and more based on chance, and maybe it's because you're supposed to play the game with a friend, or maybe it's because I just really suck at video games.
You're definitely bad at video games.
Fuck you, Mother Nature. But I feel this part of the game works much better playing with someone else. This way you can abuse the Super Mario Bros. Style respawns.
Anywho, after what I can only suppose was supposed to be a massive plot twist in the game, which I must have skipped over somewhere along the way because it turns out that this guy here is controlling the robots in the darkness trying to take over the world, and he was actually using the sprites that you've collected throughout the whole game for his evil doings.
Seriously, I don't remember any storyline being introduced in this game, and yet this level is called The Big Reveal.
Okay, no, I'm not going to bash this game for that, because let's be honest, this game is just about fun. It's about running around with your friends, punching each other, knocking each other into the water or off the side of ledges, which is fun for about the first time it happens. But it's more about running through and actually having a laugh than devising any real plot from the game. So, once you defeat the main villain and have a cutscene, then you end up back on the world map. After game, there are still collectibles, as we need the teeth for the Grim Reaper character at the beginning of the game. Now, I left these till last because I knew that I wanted to do the whole video in this order, and I did not know what I was getting myself into. These levels post some of the most annoying moments of repetition, as you're forced to run as fast as you can through obstacles in order to catch up to the chests which inside have the teeth for the Grim Reaper. I'm not joking, these quests are so annoying, you have to restart the entire level again and again and again and again, until finally you find the 10 teeth and you give them to the Grim Reaper and he opens up the final mission for you. Who would have known? The Grim Reaper allows you to go into the underworld, which is inhabited by nothing but zombies.
A lot like your local bingo hall. This place seems cool at first, but it's got to be the most mind-numbingly frustrating thing I've ever seen.
It literally tests everything you have learned up to this point, having to use enemies to jump over vines whilst obstacles come into play, forcing the characters to move faster and faster and faster. I honestly think it took me 100 tries to get through this one point in the goddamn game.
No. So there we have it. I took a step outside my comfort zone and I found a video game that showed me there's more to life than just epic 360 headshot montages. Instead, I found a game that's fun to play, alone or with your friends, and that's something we all need in our day-to-day lives. I would definitely recommend this game to anybody, whether you're a hardcore gamer or very casual. I've been Immersed Jim, and thanks for watching. Oh, cool.